Joined here at the United Nations by Israeli Ambassador to the UN Danny Danon on the sidelines here of the Two-State Solution Conference. Two schools of thought. One, you sit out, not giving the conference legitimacy. The other, you're involved and try to have a seat at the table and try to influence it. Israel's electing to stay out. Tell me about the thought process behind it.
We are not participating in this circus. Look what's happening now, Mike. As we speak, you have 50 hostages in Gaza. Nobody's speaking about that. Hamas is in charge. You see the suffering of the people of Gaza. And instead of dealing with the real problems, this conference, this circus, they discuss a two-state solution, detached from reality. We are not taking part in this game, not only us, the US and many other countries. And I think it's time that those countries will take those issues more seriously. It's very easy to come to the General Assembly to deliver a very nice speech. But at the end of the day, you have to deal with Hamas, you have to deal with the radical elements in the Middle East, and you have to think about a brighter future for all of us.
The Saudis are involved in this. Obviously, you disagree with the French decision taken a few days ago, but the Saudis as well. Have you had any messaging with the Saudis to express your displeasure in this particular endeavor?
It's not the first time that you hear those kind of declarations. We're calling for a two-state solution, but then when you discuss with them, how can you implement that? Look what's happening with the Palestinian Authority, the weakness, the corruption. I'm not talking about Gaza, that they left Gaza many years ago. I'm talking about Judea and Samaria. They are not capable of governing their own cities over there. So people don't like to go into the main issues. It's easier for them to come here, deliver a nice speech, and go back to their capitals.
Regardless of Israel's particular stance on the matter, out of the 46 countries that don't recognize the Palestinian state, 28 are here. And yet, most countries, whether they've recognized or not, are represented at fairly low level in the delegation. Do you feel this conference will have any impact going forward? And if so, in what measure?
Not really. Both France and Saudi Arabia, they had high expectations. They wanted to bring head of states to get like a declaration or even a vote here in the General Assembly. That will not happen. We see a few ministers that attended this event. I don't expect any resolution to pass in the General Assembly. So it will be more of the same. More declarations, more speeches. But let's go back to the core issues. We need to bring the hostages back. We have to replace Hamas in Gaza. That is the only way to move forward.
Last question for you. This won't be the last. Two-state solution has been talked about for decades now. But even in this conference, September 22nd, everybody will be back here ahead of the UN General Assembly for what's supposed to be an even higher level summit to try to lay out a framework. Do you feel that the U.S. will get involved from now until then? Do you feel that Israel will get involved from now until then to try to push matters one way or another?
Well, it depends what will happen on the ground. I don't think you're going to solve the issues until September 22nd. And I mean defeating Hamas. Hopefully we will bring back all the hostages by then. But we have to be realistic. It will take more time to make sure that Hamas is not in a position not only to threaten Israel, but to threaten the Palestinians themselves. Look what they are doing in Gaza today. They are making sure that the people of Gaza will continue to suffer.
Ambassador Danny Danon, we appreciate your time here on the sidelines of the UN Two-State Solution Conference.